Oh shoot!
So yeah, he is a son of a Hamas leader.
I did see somewhere where they said that one of the sons of Hamas leader got flipped, and now he works for the IDF.
That's insane.
Thanks so much, Carly. Our next guest grew up on the West Bank, where his father was a founding member of Hamas. He was groomed to take a senior role before he turned on the terrorist group in prison, spying for Israel now, converting to Christianity, and ultimately seeking asylum in the U.S. Musab Hassan returns to us now, as he came a few years ago, and now we got more than ever. Musab, it's great to see you. We'd love to know the inside of this group and how they were able to pull off what they did October 7th. First, can you tell the audience your background, people that didn't read your book?
I was born at the heart of Hamas leadership, and I know them very well. They don't care for the Palestinian people. They don't regard the human life.
Wow.
And I saw their brutality firsthand back in 1996 when I spent about a year and a half in Megiddo prison. They killed so many Palestinian people at that time. And this is when I decided that
Okay, that's a problem.
Palestinian people.
So that means everybody needs to be going against Hamas at this point.
I think everyone is going against
I think everyone is, but damn.
Yeah, they're.
But a lot of people trying to act like Palestinian people support Hamas and all that.
No, I don't think. No, I think
some people are trying to act like
that would be crazy. I thought that no one was.
Okay, I was reading somewhere when Hamas first started, it had started off like not a terrorist organization, and it became radicalized and extremist over time.
Wow. Huh. Let us know, viewers, if y'all heard something about that.
And I saw their brutality firsthand back in 1996 when I spent about a year and a half in Megiddo prison. They killed so many Palestinian people at that time. And this is when I decided that I cannot be together with this movement. In fact, I asked myself a question: what if they become a ruling party at some point? What will they do? If they succeed in destroying Israel and building their state, what will they do? They will kill our people. And this was the first question, that actually I had to be honest with myself. Even though Hamas gave me advantages, I was like a prince in that world, but I did not like them, and I turned against even my own blood, because this is how much I did not like Hamas. And today, 25 years later, they are the rulers of Gaza, and we see what they are capable of doing.
We saw what happened October 7th. We saw them do what they did to Holocaust victims. They have now over 200 hostages, murdered babies in their cribs, and we see the horror of what they're capable of. Now they've retreated back to Gaza, and a ground incursion is about to happen. Would you recommend Israel do this? And what will they find when they go in?
Okay, first of all, we need to evacuate civilians as much as we can. This is an ugly war, and Israel did not start it. Hamas did. First of all, we need to encourage civilians to go into Egypt, possibly women and children, maybe men over 50 years old. These need to get out of the picture. Then the strip need to be cut two pieces, north and south, two parts. The northern part, this is where most of the tunnels are. We need to have a solid siege, okay, for long enough to deplete the enemy and to starve them. After that, we may need to explore using gas. This is sounds horrible, but I don't see any other option. The tunnels are interconnected, and gas could be one of the solutions, but this has to be in the right time.
He sounds like he needs to be out there running shit.
He need to be the general.
Because he has inside.
Yeah.
He do got the inside scoop.
He got the inside scoop.
He has had the best solutions I done heard so far. All this debating and arguing. Who started what?
This is what we're going to do. Thank you. Thank you.
It's the one.
Thank you for a solution.
Are interconnected, and gas could be one of the solutions, but this has to be in the right time. We cannot just rush into Gaza. There is no modern army that is prepared for this type of war. And most importantly, we need to get the civilians out of the picture. As long as there are civilians there, then the operation might be incomplete.
But Musab, you also say it's almost impossible for us to give aid to the Gaza Strip. $100 million we're about to give them and keep it away from Hamas. Don't you agree that can't work?
Look, after we destroy the tunnels, we need to finish Hamas rule in Gaza Strip. This is priority number one. Then we need to replace the regime. Could be the Palestinian Authority, could be the Egyptian government, could be Arab League force. We need to replace their rule in Gaza. After that, we can talk about aid. But as of now, sending any aid is a mistake.
So you also believe that this isn't about the Palestinians fighting for their rights and their sovereignty. What is the real mission of Hamas, and what do they really think of the Palestinian people?
You know, Hamas is not a national movement. Hamas is a religious movement with a goal to establish an Islamic state. They don't care for nationalism. Actually, they are against nationalism. With that said, my understanding that they are using the Palestinian cause only to achieve their goals, so the long-term goal, you know, transforming the Middle East and the world into an Islamic state.
The world.
This is Hamas agendas, and they are not hidden, by the way. So Hamas is serving foreign agendas. We're talking about Iran, and we're talking about Russia lately. Hamas serve those parties, and Iran pays them close to $1 billion annually.
Damn.
Iran is the real master in this picture.
Iran's
Hamas does not serve the Palestinian people. Hamas serve Iran. Those are the masters of Hamas.
Wow.
So their lie about nationalism, that they are a national movement and they care for the Palestinian people, look at them. They are
This could
using
be
Palestinian
bad.
people as a human shield. We need to free Gaza
He
from
even said
Hamas.
that.
This is what Israel
Free
is
Gaza
doing. It's
from
doing the
Hamas.
Palestinian people the greatest favor by bringing Hamas down. Then the Palestinian people, they just want to live a normal life. They don't want missiles in the most populated area on earth to be launched from under hospitals, from crowded areas, and going suicidal and endangering the life of the entire population of Gaza. Who does that? You gotta be insane to do such an operation.
Right.
And
you're talking about your family that used to your family used to believe that, and you used to believe that that was okay, but you don't. Mossab, now, quick exit question. Around the globe, and even in our capital, people are protesting for Hamas.
He was against what the IDF did, though,
they're
too,
saying
also.
for the Israel to back off and stop with the airstrikes. Well, what do you say to those protesters? What is about their mindset?
Okay, listen, I cannot convince the entire world of truth. Right now, people are emotional. They hate to see children dying. Even though, you know, Hamas is killing the people at the hospital, and we have evidence of that, but they still blame Israel. People can blame whoever they want. You know, but now we have to concentrate. We have to focus. Public opinion is very important, but unfortunately, it's not the time to win the public opinion. It's the time to win the war against the most brutal terrorist organization living today. You know, and later on, when people look back at the situation, they will understand what we were doing. We should not be afraid of the public opinion. We have to explain as much as we can.
And you're doing
but
that.
now we have to concentrate on our goals.
And Mossab, that's why your perspective is so vital. And you're
best
unique.
interview.
You grew up in the Hamas family, you broke from it, and now you're speaking
Only
to
person
stop
with
it.
some real
Mossab
facts.
Hassan Youssef, thanks so much for what you're doing.
I like what he
Appreciate it.
said, free Palestine from Hamas.
Yeah.
That's the best thing that's been said.
So they're gonna split this city up, and then one city, all of the civilians go to another city. They supposed to like trap them.
He said more of them are in the north,
He said
right?
the tunnels where they're getting the guns in and hiding in is in the
Gotta
north
gas
side.
those,
So he
yeah.
said they should do a siege and try to starve them out and gas the tunnels.
Yeah, this guy came with a
what he
lot of
said to do with the south.
solutions.
He did have some solutions, yeah.
I feel like-
I did read about him. I didn't know that
Bro?
this was him. Yeah, I read that one of the sons of the Hamas leaders is like flipped, and he works for like the IDF and lives in Israel or something.
No, this
I
is
guess
the-
this is him.
He might have the best testimony ever on this.
Yeah,
nah, I ain't
that's-
gonna say ever on the planet, but
His sounds like Paul.
his is insane.
I know y'all heard about Paul out there.
Wow, man, who is this guy? What's his name? Is it
Mossab
Hassan Youssef?
So
Mossab Hassan Youssef.
my question is, this is a messed up question to ask. So is Hamas like, okay, it's a religion group. So is the group is just mixture of just Iraqians?
No, it's a Islamic
Their goal
extremist
is
group.
to,
They're trying to reestablish
I
an Islamic
understand that,
state.
but like,
the races of the people are Palestinian.
Well, I mean, if they're funded by Iran, they could could be some
Some
Iranians in
Iranian,
there.
Yeah, that's why I messed up. I'm trying to. I ain't trying to just.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's really no
That's a
way
fair
for us to
question.
know.
That's a fair
But
question.
as far as we know right now,
Like the religion?
No,
he's
the
like
religion
regular race.
is like.
Oh.
But
I
all
don't
the
think-
people,
I really-
the people in like those countries, like I'm not trying to. Obviously, I'm not trying to be racist, but those people in the Middle East kind of all look the same race wise.
I don't know.
No, because
I
you
don't
know,
know, bro.
the Jewish people, they got the brown hair, and you know they in the Middle East. And then you got
Palestine people do kind of look different.
you got some black Africans there.
people.
So,
yeah, I mean, I won't say they look the same because
I don't know.
I don't know, but I will say a lot of them have the same religious beliefs. A lot of them are
It's a mixture.
Muslim, but I mean, I think there's a difference between being Muslim and then an Islamic extremist. Because that group we read about yesterday, the Hezbollah, they're an Islamic extremist group too. They're also a terrorist group. So Hezbollah, ISIS, Hamas, Al Qaeda, all of them are Islamic extremist groups, and they all have done bad things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he said it best, man. This terrorist group is the problem. I don't think we should make it an Israel versus Palestine thing. I think that is the problem.
Free
Yeah, it
Palestine.
needs to be-
The best thing he said: free Palestine
kill
from
Hamas.
Hamas.
Yes.
Then I seen Ben Shapiro said the only way for this
But we need to figure out more
end,
how.
the only way for this to end is Hamas to surrender.
And he is the only solutions I done heard so far.
He needs to be the
He's
leader
the only
of
one
this
with sensible
project.
solutions. He said, and I like it when he addressed that, how people have been protesting. He said, well, they're emotional and they don't want to see children die. That's a good reason
Very
to
great
be
take.
Emotional.
He's
And
smart. He's a smart
but
guy.
we can't sit around right now and try to win the public opinion. We have to address what's
He
going
said
on.
we got to win the war.
Yeah.
against Hamas.
So if you guys want us to react to the one with him and Pierce Morgan, we will do that, guys.